I am so proud and happy for our players and our coaching staff to come off, the last couple weeks that we had on the road to get back to playing what we call Duke's football. We played very physical, played fast, and I thought for the most part we played some smart football today, had to manage some situations and did a pretty good job at it. It just felt like, that's what we play here at Rooney. We play, a good team, really good football team. Coach and I were saying it was a battle, and it comes down to the wire, and just happy for our guys, proud of them and happy for them.
There were a lot of unsung heroes that made this outcome possible. Obviously, Taj stands out, but guys like BJ making blocks consistently downfield, what Michael was able to do to switch the field on his punts. Just across the board, just how huge were those efforts, the little things, and the attention to the little things to make today a possibility?
Yeah, those are always the details. And that was my, motto 2 weeks ago, was taking care of the details. So I guess it just took an extra week for us to learn those and take care of them, in a better fashion. But we added that energy of playing at Rooney. It just seems, obviously it's home game. We like playing at home, but seems I've been here for a lot of games like this, coming down to the wire against really good football teams and a lot on the line. And it's really fun for me to stand there on the sideline and see the Dukes come out on top.
Did you expect this from Taj today? I mean, that's a damn good run defense you guys had.
Yeah, you give a ton of credit to the O-line. And we had 3 healthy tight ends that helped with that, obviously. Receivers did a nice job, too, getting on their safeties because they dropped those guys in the box. Didn't know what to expect from Taj because he's been hobbling, the last couple weeks. He'd go out and warm up, and he's like, he can't, And so I'm happy for him because, we had talked a little bit how it's his senior year, it's his last year, and he's not able to play, and he was coming in our number 1 guy. And so I'm just happy for him to have a day like this, and I hope next week is another great day to finish his career here at Duke.
Another one, last home game for him was Antonio, and double-digit tackles, a potentially game-saving tackle, and of course the interception that sealed it. Just what was it like seeing a kid like that play with that hunger throughout the entire 60 minutes today?
I'm really happy for him. I had a little conversation with him this morning about that fact, because he took those 2 games pretty hard. He was on the field after LIU for a good 30 minutes by himself. After our captain's meeting, he stayed there, and we had a little talk, and he was struggling with where we were at as a football team. And so I'm happy. We had a little talk this morning. I said, this is an opportunity for you, play your last game here the best that you can. And he certainly helped us out and helped the Dukes get the win.
Coach, a lot of bigger implications on today's game. It got a little chippy out there at moments. How did you keep guys focused on the next drive and on winning just this football game?
I mean, they dialed it in. Coaches kept talking about it. Next play, play the next play. I give Central a ton of credit. They came here and trying to win this thing and clinch it and finish it. And over the years, there's been 2 good programs that battle all the time, and it does get chippy. I think today, both teams, they were getting after it a little bit, but in the end, they were shaking each other's hands. I saw a lot of sportsmanship. I told Coach, I said, your guys show class. Howard come over and shook hands after the turnover. So we've battled with them for years, and our guys know that. Obviously, when we play, there's a lot on the line. So we were able to keep our guys down to that. We talked 60 minutes, and it came true there.
Mentioning some more Duquesne veterans, Joey Isabella now has the most receiving touchdowns he's had in a single season. Just how much have you seen him blossom this last year under a new quarterback, and maybe even help some younger receivers in his receiving core?
What's great about him is he adapted to the new quarterback. He played a couple of years with Darius, and now he's adapted to Ty, and so it's great to see him be able to do that. That's the kind of kid he is. He's smart, understands the game, keeps getting better and better. I don't really want to talk about, when this season's over, he has no eligibility left, because he's not only a great football player, a great person with a lot of class. But I'll be proud of his performance here at Duquesne.
It was a neat scene after everything was over. The guys almost kind of made a makeshift tunnel for you, and just when you jogged in, just the energy from them was just so infectious. How special is that for you to experience something like that, an emotional win, getting to enjoy it with this group of guys?
I'm so happy. I appreciate it, because they grabbed me to do a quick interview, on live TV, and I said, well, I got to break these guys up, and they was like, you got to go now, and somebody said they'll wait, and I was looking for another coach to break them up, but they waited, and when I came down, they gave me a big cheer, and it feels great. Like I said, I'm so happy for them and proud of them, and it feels great to be a part of it.
So you guys took care of business, and there's more to fight for next week. I mean, how gratifying is it that you still have life in terms of a playoff berth and winning the conference?
It's huge. It's huge that we got a chance to got to win another football game. Hope to get some help, but we're in that battle. We're in that conversation, and that's what we always talk about, is our goal is to be in the playoff hunt in the last week or two of the season, and we're here, and we've done that. So I know if it doesn't work out, they'll be disappointed, but finishing this thing strong is important to our football team.
A little bit of a revenge factor too, considering the way last season ended. I'm sure a lot of guys remembered that, so has to be nice to take care of
I
them.
think there was a lot of that in the locker room. I tend to keep our conversations on how we can do it. The outside motivating factors, I guess they can help you, but the bottom line is we've got to play our football. So yes, I'm sure the guys were motivated by the fact that, what happened last year, and I'm happy for us, But it's two quality teams that play good, hard football, and Coach does a great job, him and his staff, and we talked about it real quick after. And it's funny, you wish you luck, but not a lot of luck. So that's what it's about. That's what athletics is about, and especially college football. You wear the emotions on your sleeve here and fight like crazy all game, and then you shake hands and wish them all the best.
A game like this is going to have its ebbs and flows for a defense that has to navigate through a lot of challenges. Just how proud were you with their next playability and just their awareness of that plays over, we're moving to this one?
I give our defense a ton of credit, and the staff. There were times where it looked like they had us dialed in. They kind of knew what was going on as far as our schematics, and we're rolling a little bit, and some guys stepped up, coaches made some adjustments, then we got off the field, and the offense came through, and you're right, the ebbs and flows of the momentum of both offenses and defenses were incredible, because it went back and forth.
Coach, last home game at Rooney Field this year, can you just kind of encapsulate what this crowd's meant to you this year and how it helped you play better?
Yeah, it's awesome, and I saw a couple people on the way in here talking about what a great atmosphere, how much fun it is. The weather turned out really well for a November day, and our kids now will see all their families and their friends, and it's just it's just a neat place to play. Our guys love it, and they ride off of all that emotion and support that we have here at Rooney. I bumped into 3 or 4 former players just on the way here, and I wanted to talk to all of them, but had to get in here and do this. Come back, guys have come back and support the program. It's great.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.